Hi everyone, this is Dr. Orange over at Paw Haven Animal Hospital in Winter Haven, Florida. I wanted to take a moment to talk about fleas and ticks today and the importance of protecting your pets against these bugs, as they can cause various diseases and a lot of irritation on your skin, on your pet's skin. One of the more common questions we get asked or statements that we hear at the clinic is, my dog or my cat is inside only, and so I don't know how they got fleas, or they don't have fleas, they're not going to have that problem. Well, we live in Florida and there are bugs everywhere. You bring fleas in on your feet. They can sneak in however they want. If your dog goes on the patio or they go out to pee in the yard, they're going to be exposed to parasites, so fleas and ticks. And so while we would like to think that our inside pets are not at risk, they absolutely are. And you would be surprised at how many little tiny indoor pets, dogs and cats, that I see that have pretty bad flea problems. The most prevalent problems that we see fleas cause is skin irritation. So in dogs and cats, that's usually going to present like little red bumps. Sometimes they look like little ant bites on their belly. And a lot of the times it will present right around the tail base, so right on their rump. They'll lose a lot of hair, they'll be super itchy, you'll see redness, irritation, sometimes they're scooting their butts, they are just chewing at themselves constantly. And this creates infection, and then as the bacteria and yeast overgrow on the pet's skin, they get more itchy, and so it's just a vicious cycle of itch infection, and then it will just progress from an area around the tail base to everywhere on the skin. And so it's really important to target that infection as soon as we see it happen and to kill the fleas as soon as we notice them. The way that we treat these problems is, one, with flea prevention, so we want to target the problem, and then two, usually with something that's going to help with itch, and then also antibiotics or antifungals depending on what type of skin infection we have. One other problem that we see with flea infestations are tapeworms. So tapeworms are spread by pets ingesting fleas, so a lot of the times you'll see these little, what we call rice granules in your pet's stool, and those are tapeworms. And a lot of the times, the only way you can stop the tapeworms from reinfecting is to kill the source, and that's going to be your fleas. So using flea prevention is super important for our tapeworm animals also. One other important thing to note about flea and ticks is that they do spread disease. Different types of disease that we see are going to be things like Lyme disease, Ehrlichia, Anaplasma. There are some blood parasites that cats can get as well, and so we really want to protect against these things. In order to prevent all of the diseases that we just talked about, the best way to do that is to prevent fleas in general. And so we recommend using a product year-round to prevent fleas from being on your pets. The most common one that we recommend here is called Perfecta, and it is a 12-week or 3-month product. It is generally oral, but there are topical options as well, and it will prevent fleas and ticks for 12 full weeks, which is really awesome. The flea life cycle is 90 days long, and so it takes 90 days to rid the fleas from your environment or your house, from like a little egg to an adult. So it's super important to cover that full 90 days, in which Perfecto does that. There are definitely other options that are monthly, so we have some options where we have flea, heartworm, and tick all in the same product as well. If your pet is sensitive to specific flea products, we have options for them also, and we would be happy to discuss that with you on a personal basis.